And let me tell you, y'all, man, I've been, it's been a battle for me to really start this ministry and this podcast or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I just call it me talking to y'all and y'all listening. And obviously, I don't want to sound like that. Obviously, if you guys got something to say, please let me know in the comment section so we can have a conversation. It's not just me talking at y'all. But you know, I was reading the story of Abram, and I learned that so, and it's crazy. And when you take your time, Noriel, take your time. Um, it's just fascinating because you know I believe that God gave the Bible to everybody. He gave His law to everybody. Everybody has access to it. Everybody can go and pick up a Bible. Soon you won't be able to. Soon they're gonna be taking paper Bibles away, and then it's gonna be digital. And I'm gonna say it now. It's a lot easier to change digital stuff easily in a matter of seconds with technology than it is with paper. So, and that's also another reason, and that's to my point that God gave us the Bible, everybody, for a place for us to grasp a huge portion of what He wants, what he's trying to tell us, and we can understand and comprehend it on a very high level, especially if you really dive into it and you really, you know, connect. But for the people who, because I believe that the Bible, if all the accounts were able to be in the Bible, it would be too much information. It would be so much. So there's and also to the hand of man, a lot of books been taken out of the Bible as well. Let me turn this down, yeah, because I just feel like I'm speaking over it. From the hand of man, a lot of books have been taken out of it as well, and you know, it's a lot of information that is good for you. It's a lot of information that we can read and get into that will help us have a better understanding of what God wants from us. But alone, the Bible alone, if you diligently walk with it and dive into it, you will have all you need. But I'm a scholar. I like to learn this, especially when it comes to this ministry. This is my passion. This is something that, like, if I can show y'all all the books, all the things, all the books, the notebooks I have, pens, like I'm a note taker. I'm a person that likes to really, and that's ironic because I always say, like, English and writing was my worst subjects in school. The world try to put a curriculum and tell me if you're good or not. But look at the full circle. Like, my reading and writing is used for the glory of God, and in that I'm finding wisdom, real knowledge, real wisdom, not what the world tries to throw at you and tries to tell you and put labels on. But yeah, so I was reading Abram, and I learned that Abram, he was in the he was in an environment where they were worshiping many gods. His father was up in it, as well. He was very far away from God. The king the king had all their servants and everything just worshiping so many different gods, and it came to a point in time where Abram, he knew he knew God. He knew God. And when he was born, the stars aligned in a way, and the people who were serving the king that had different like the sorcerers and the magicians and everything, they noticed how the stars aligned, and they knew that somebody was born that was very powerful and high. That they knew that um, something great has been born, and they advised the king to go and find this baby, and they knew who it was because I think it was like a dream or something. Um, but to go find Abram and Terah, which is his father, the king had some words with him and told him, if you give me your son, then I'll give you some riches. I'll give you some some money. I'll give you all that you can ever need. And he was like, okay, let me go ahead and talk to my family and give me 3 days. In those 3 days, um, I have an answer for you. So those 3 days came, and um, Terah ended up giving. I'm pretty sure it was Abram's brother. And mind you, this is I'm very wave top on this. I'm learning a lot, and there's so much information that I be taking in. So I'm pretty sure that was his brother because at the same time that Abram was born, somebody else was born. Another descendant of Terah was born at the same time, and instead of giving Abram, he gave his other son, sacrificed his son. So lost his son, and then boom, 50 years go past, and um, I'm pretty sure that the king gets a dream of a star, a great star taking over, and it was a crazy dream, and maybe I can get into it. Maybe if you guys really want me to get into it, we can go over it together. Um, but basically, got a dream and knew that Abram was the same one that he was told that Abram was the same one that he got 50 years earlier. The vision or the intel was 50 years earlier, and it's the same person. So he sought out to go get Abram, and once they got Abram, and he found out that Terah, which his dad, basically lied to the king. The king said, "Who advised you to lie to me? Who told you to do that?" And it was because of fear, fear on both sides, fear on Terah and fear as the king, because the king was fearful that someone like Abram was going to take over. Which is funny because he had fear and he acted in that fear, um, evilly. Something that God already called that's going to happen. Something that God already said was going to happen. Um, he tried to take it into his own hands, and mind you, worshiping other gods and everything like that. His spirit was corrupt. He had no life in him. He had no real life, so you couldn't really understand and see. And then um, the king told Terah, like, okay, well, because Terah told the king that my son advised me to do it, which his son Haran did not advise him to do it. That was just a lie because Terah was scared. So the king said, okay, take Terah, tie him up, strip him of his clothes beside his lower garments. Take Abram, tie him up, strip him of his lower garments, and they shall die by the fire. So they was going to put him in fire and burn him alive.